Coaching is one of those activities, at least when she first started, was not monetarily rewarded. One had to do it for the love of the game and the love of the students, trying to help them grow, not only as an athlete, but as a person. And she did that, and she's to be admired for it.
Peggy is what would be called a class act. She has a great deal of personal integrity that she brings to both friendships and to her professional life. And she has a very deep and consistent caring about the people that are in her life.
I had never been coached by a female in the past. All my coaches were male. And then to finally have a female role model that valued athletics, that valued a woman's place on the court and would fight for us also. It just made me want to work harder for her, and I think that was for everybody. Everybody just wanted to work hard for her.
You're going to hear a lot of us say that it was important to Coach Martin for her players to be good volleyball players and good people, and it's really true. All of us left there as better players, better teammates, and just overall better people than when we arrived. Her players have given back to the program by being fantastic teachers, coaches, moms, partners, friends, spouses, graduates who positively reflect the education and experiences they had at Central Missouri, and people the university can be proud of.
You know, I really think she was a pioneer of the sport. She started the legacy at Central. I think that she shares that passion, and she definitely wants people to know the importance of women in athletics.
When we stepped on the court or when we got on the bus, we were representing CMSU at the time, but UCM. And yeah, those expectations were there, that we held ourselves, we respected ourselves. That was something that she spoke about a lot. We always had to dress professionally. We didn't come in with our sweats on,
or
ready
jeans.
To play, or jeans. Oh no, we were dressed so that when we walked in the gym, people saw us as, you know, we were serious about our sport.
She was a forerunner in the volleyball area and the softball area at that time. Developed a program that is incomparable. I mean, I think it's one of the outstanding programs in Division II and will remain that way for years to come.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to not talk about volleyball at all. The first thing I would like to talk about is the legacy that you've given to women's athletics as a whole. You know, at Indiana University in the early 1970s, none of our current players understand what you had to do to be able to compete. Just the practice opportunities, the uniforms that you wore, the trips that you took, paying for your own gas, making your own lunches, those kind of things, those don't exist anymore.
One day practice wasn't going particularly well, and Coach Martin says with kind of a growly snarl, "Would someone take Beth's spot before I throw up?" And Beth and I had dinner together that night, and I remember asking Beth, you know, I'm pretty sure Coach Martin hates me. And Beth, who's one of those friends who always tells you the truth, she says, "You're right, she does hate you, but at least you don't make her sick."
One of the first volleyball games I ever saw Peggy coach, one of her players blew her knee out. And the next day in conversation, I said, "Peggy, what could have prevented that, if anything?" And she very quickly said, "We need a sport court. We're not playing on an appropriate floor. We need a sport court." And I said, "Well, what does a sport court cost?" She said, "I don't know, I'll get with you." So in a few days, I got some information. President Elliott was supportive of us seeing if we couldn't provide that. And so we did. Later in that season, when I was with her and some of her professional colleagues, and she bragged about the fact that she'd gotten a sport court. And I then heard the question that I should have asked. When one of her coaching friends says, "Well, what size did you get?" And I learned that we had the largest sport court in the country, save UCLA. And I said, "Peggy, I didn't know these things came in sizes." And she said, "You didn't ask."
Before practice would start, we kind of, as you see people passing, you would say, is Coach Peg or Meg today? and because that was our signal of, was she in a good mood or was she not? And that way you knew how to go out there.
I think everybody knows the Coach Martin mannerisms when she's kind of had enough, with the hands going through the hair and, you know, the kind of the wrinkled forehead look, you know, that something needs to be corrected or something needs to change.
Those on hand would witness the end of an era, with Coach Martin leading the Jennies into their final regular season home match and Martin's home court farewell as head coach. The team's 3 seniors were also appearing for the last time in the multipurpose building, their final performance before entering NCAA postseason play.
The things that you did when I was here for a couple of years that we were together are still the things that I think about when I make decisions about how this team is going to go. And that professionalism and that commitment and that passion, those are the things that helped the volleyball program establish some kind of significant legacy, I think. And now hopefully, I won't screw that up the remaining time that I'm here at Central Missouri, but those are the things that are important to me. Not just the fact that you've won 1 million volleyball games and that those things all will, those come out of that passion and that commitment to the professionalism that you had. And I appreciate those things more than the wins in volleyball.
Peggy, congratulations. What a great honor for you, and you deserve the recognition that you've received from many different sources. Have a great day and enjoy it.
Congratulations, Coach, on your induction to the Hall of Fame.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. It is great to be here with you, and thank you so much for everything you've done all through the years.
Peggy, what a surprise that today's come, and that you're being honored for your many, many years of successful service to this institution and to everything that you gave to your players. Well deserved, and we're happy to be here to share it with you.
With the greatest admiration, I really want to congratulate Peggy on being inducted into the Central Missouri Hall of Fame. I have admired her all my life, and she is absolutely the most outstanding coach that I have ever been associated with.
Coach Martin, no one deserves this honor more than you do. And there are lots of records and plaques and honors that I know you received here, but I think we all feel that the biggest impact and the biggest contribution you made was in our lives, that you taught us how to be...
You are taking
I
everything.
am. Well, I'm sorry. You taught us how to be good people. You taught us how to be team players. You know, you also taught us to look people straight in the eye when they're speaking to you. Right at you.
And what Susan said, but most importantly, I just want to say I love you.
I do too. Love you, Coach, and congratulations.
The congratulations are well earned. I know you will be very humble about them. You are a coach. That's your job. I think it's very seldom that people find what they really are supposed to do in life, and you're supposed to be a coach. Congratulations. Roll Tide.
I'd really like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for allowing me to share today with all the teams that you've also selected. As you well know, it is more about team than it is about one person. All of us as coaches understand that the players out there make us look good, and I'm so thrilled that so many of our Jennies family would be here today to share this day with the UCM Hall of Fame.